Hey there, again, welcome back to my other video. So on today's video, I'm gonna show you the uprising of new beginnings, um, how you can take yourself from where you're at to the next chapter in your life. And sometimes, we're not on the same page and it's hard to understand the next person. But I'll tell you this, if you had a mentality of accepting, open communication, um, basically, those two things are gonna get you from point A to point B so easily because you'll be able to meet this person that's able to connect you to bigger, broader ideas that you already have, but just the capability of you meeting that person is what's going to push you and elevate all of your dreams. Like I said, it's new beginnings. It's not hard. You just have to give yourself the mentality of I can. I can do it. Someone tells you, "Hey, yo, life is gonna get a little difficult because we have, what usually is called a peak season." Lock in. You have to tell yourself, I cannot miss. I cannot have no slack, and therefore you'll start to see more avenues in your new beginnings. You're taking some sort of chapter, you're taking some sort of challenge with yourself and trying to tell yourself, how can I get to the next level without it being difficult, without me trying so hard? And most importantly, like, what are the details that are going to take me away from it, and what can I do in order to not cause those mistakes? Mistakes happen all the time. We are not perfect, but what you want to do is lower the discrepancy of everything that could possibly go wrong, and now you're able to focus on everything that could go right. So I say this with the intention of how difficult is it to breed animals? How difficult is it to maintain some sort of income coming in along with everything else that has to be spent? I'm talking about maintenance right now. Nothing too difficult, nothing over the board, nothing extra. Just what you have, and where is it that the lines are being drawn in order for you to then be more successful. Sometimes it's difficult for you to find success, but it's all about the direction that you're going, where you're looking, and how much do you have to put in order for those two to align. Sometimes a lot of us don't know where we're going, but you get what I'm saying? That's the part of the new beginnings. You don't know how to get to where you want to go. You know where you want to go, you just don't know how to get there. And all of that it's okay. It's part of human nature to feel like you don't belong because you're trying something new. It's okay, let's put it like that. It's human nature for you to feel like you're not belonging, because it's hard for everyone to grasp the idea of, you know, opportunities coming your way. And to be honest, when you have a bunch of opportunities coming your way, you already know the abundance of being surrounded by all types of options, opportunities, blessings, and different ways for you to choose in your day-to-day life. So now you have a lot in your plate and you don't know where you want to go. It's pretty simple, and you just got to focus on the cherry on the top when you're making a cake. First is this, first is that, and you do all of the designing. So that's how your future really is. Your future doesn't come from one day to another, but it does come with a lot of preparation. When you are heavily prepared for everything that is going to come your way, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be 100 things that come your way, and you don't even know how you're going to deal with every single one of them. So what are you going to do? You prepare a system that can then lead you to your next victory, because what you wanted was those things to come your way. And if you're hardworking, none of that is going to be tedious. None of that. Matter of fact, you're going to love and enjoy every single bit of it. Saying this goes here, 10 things more go there, and so on and so forth. It is not something that cannot be unlearned. If anything, it's something that can be progressed upon. So it's like riding a bike. You're first going to have a couple of difficulty times, but you cannot unlearn it. You know, you just cannot unlearn the simple things in life. And that's what's part of new beginnings. You have to give yourself those sorts of ends, those sorts of, it's like an engine, you know, an engine needs an intake, cold air intake or not, it needs some sort of breathing mechanism in order for it to exhaust what it then processed, you know. So it's kind of hard for a lot of people to grasp the idea of opportunities, but opportunities can go a long way, and especially if you want to be publicly known as someone who can help and can get rid of problems, give people solutions, and move past it, you know, with no difficulty, whether it is broad and abroad or a single case, person to person basis. It is all up to you in order for you to then give yourself enough fuel to then make more of the success that you have already made. Like I said, a lot of you already know what you're doing and where you're going, but you might be a little lost in the sense of connection, not direction or not destination, but the same sense of connection of how am I going to get there? You use the GPS, no? Okay, so basically that's what I'm trying to tell you. If I host an event and I'll say pull up, it basically is as simple as you showing up, and the rest is how much was in between all of that. I'm telling you this right now. It is not easy for a lot of people to do like individual tasks that are tedious. Those sort of jobs, those sort of pathways in order for you to be successful are not for everybody. But the very counted few that can do something as specific as doing 100, maybe even 10,000 things, but like in between all of that, there's thousands of different things that you can do in order for you to then practice. You know what I'm saying? The more you practice, the better you will get. The more you will decrease the mistakes, and the more you will elevate the accuracy, the precision. You know what I'm saying? I would say if you feel like you have invested enough in yourself and a curveball is thrown at you, you just have to look past that specific moment, look over and abroad, and continue pushing with the will that was given to you by God. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this divinity that's brought around sometimes gets taken for granted. Do not take it for granted. Thanks for watching. Watch my next video. Subscribe.